Charges of human trafficking on a busy street in Jeffersonville. WDRB's Scott Reynolds here with how police say they found a house of prostitution on East 10th. Scott?
Well, Gil, it was a tip from a concerned citizen that led police to Eva Spa, and they say it came to a conclusion this week with the rescue of 4 victims of sex trafficking. A small house at 1002 East 10th Street advertised spa services. But Jeffersonville police say much more was going on inside.
We did had some undercover work done to verify that there were some illicit activities being offered inside of that business.
Now 62-year-old Jing Song is behind bars on charges of promoting human sexual trafficking, promoting prostitution, and corrupt business influence. And when we drove by Eva Spa late this afternoon, we noticed 2 women trying to get into a basement window. Minutes later, Jeffersonville police arrived and told us it was 2 of the trafficking victims trying to get some of their belongings. All 4 of those women who were rescued brought here from outside the region.
They ship people in, and they're people that unfortunately are vulnerable because they come here typically looking for work. A lot of times they don't speak any English at all, and so they're in a desperate position, and these traffickers realize that.
And police told us they needed to reach an interpreter to talk to the victims who get sold a story and eventually as prostitutes.
They make it sound like they're giving them a place to live, they're giving them work, but in reality they're controlling all their movements. They're not giving them a living wage. They work from sun up to sundown. And they do it in such a manner to where the person that's being victimized feels like they just don't have any other option.
Jeffersonville police do their best to change that mentality, setting the victims up with the Southern Indiana Human Trafficking Coalition.
They were given resources to find other places to go to, phones so that they could have contact with family or the outside world and get away from that so they don't fall back into that same kind of trap that they were in before.
And Captain Moss says because prostitution charges alone may not shut a business down, they kept gathering evidence to bring charges of human trafficking in hopes of keeping Eva Spa closed for good. And police gave those 2 women we saw this afternoon outside the spa more help through an interpreter before sending them on their way. Captain Moss says it's crucial for the public to give police tips if they suspect they see signs of human trafficking, a problem that he says will only become much more prevalent in the coming weeks, with hundreds of thousands of visitors for Thunder and Derby. Scott Reynolds, WDRB News.